Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel. Now guess what? Redmi is back with their super popular, very iconic Redmi Note series. This year it's number 13, that means we are going to be getting a couple of different devices in the Redmi Note 13 series. There's actually 4 variants to be specific, but in today's video we're going to cover the Redmi 13 Pro Plus 5G as well as the Redmi Note 13 5G. Now if you've been following the brand or if you are just new to Redmi, basically the Note series actually offers one of the best value or performance for the amount of money that you are paying. So in terms of price range, this series actually starts from RM749 and it goes all the way up to 1999 ringgit depending on the variant and the specification. But without further ado, let's focus on the 2 key devices that I have here and find out what makes them so iconic. Alright, so I want to start off with the top of the range one, the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G. What is actually making this device so iconic? Now I've separated it into 3 different segments. We're going to talk about the cameras, the design, as well as the performance. So cameras wise, if you take a look at the back, we've got a triple camera setup, which might look a bit normal to you, but the main sensor here is actually very powerful. It is a 200 megapixel main sensor that is actually provided by Samsung, HP3 by the way, and it actually offers a ton of detail that it can capture. Other than that, it also offers 2 times or 4 times in-sensor zoom. That means it actually offers you a lot of flexibility when you're trying to take pictures outdoors. I actually just came back from a quick trip, trying to test out the cameras on the back to see how good is it, and I noticed that it was actually able to capture a lot of really nice detail from very far away. Now another point I want to highlight here is that the camera itself also comes with OIS on board, and this is super important because whenever you zoom using 2 times or 4 times, you want to ensure that the lens is always very stable, and that's the case here with the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus. I'm going to show you a very quick clip at the side of this window. You will notice that when I just move my hand around and I try to capture like buildings from different perspectives, everything was very stable, and that's all thanks to the OIS. There's not going to be a lot of jitter. If your hands are shaky, you're definitely going to thank that OIS on board. Now obviously if you want to have a bit of fun with the camera itself, there's also that film filters. There's a lot of those filters. I think there's more than 10. There's a lot of different ways you can play with the picture, get a different kind of vibe, a different kind of feel, and that makes the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G's camera a bit more interesting. Alright, so that's just in terms of the cameras. How about the design? The design is a very unique one, guys. Just take a look at this. Now, I'm not sure what you think about these colors, but honestly speaking, I think we've got 4 different kinds of shades of color at the back here. And of course, we have this very smooth matte surface that does not show any of your fingerprints at all. Other than that, it's a bit curved at the back, which makes it very comfortable to hold. There's a bit of a weight here that makes it feel very premium. This is definitely one of the most premium Redmi Note series that I've ever held. Now at the front, we also have a curved 1.5K AMOLED display. It refreshes at 120 Hz. The display itself is also Corning Gorilla Glass Victus, one of the strongest available. So yeah, you don't have to worry too much about just knocking your phones. So if you're just going to be watching your videos, you're going to be operating the phone itself, just using the phone is a joy to use because the display is again one of the best you can find on the Redmi Note series. Other than that, a very interesting thing about this entire design, I would say, is the IP68 feature. You don't really get this on a Redmi phone. Alright, now let's move on to the final segment, and that's about the performance. Well, this guy here is being powered by the Dimensity 7200 Ultra. It's definitely good enough for day-to-day use, just navigating your social media, playing games. You can play games with mid to high graphics depending on the game itself. Other than that, it's also got that fast RAM and fast storage, LPDDR5X, UFS 3.1, so things is going to be a bit smoother. We also have that dual speakers with Dolby Atmos, so again, if you're watching videos from Netflix or Disney Plus, it's just going to be an even better, more experience with the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G. So that's what you can expect with the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G. Now let's move on to the more affordable Redmi Note 13 5G that starts from RM1099. Now again, what makes this device so iconic? Again, we're going to go through that 3 different segments: the camera, the design, as well as the performance. So camera wise, what we have at the back here is slightly different. We have a triple camera setup just like the Pro Plus 5G, but this time around it has a 108 megapixel main sensor that's good enough for a 1 times or 2 times in-sensor zoom. Again, I came back just now and I took a couple of shots, so this is for your reference. You can see that we do have a decent amount of detail when we try to zoom in at 2 times. I would say that this kind of camera at this price point is actually still quite good. You can also use the film filters to play around with the different kind of colors if you want to get a different kind of feel, but overall the 108 megapixel camera here is definitely good enough to capture enough detail for your social medias and all that. Other than that, moving on to the design elements now, this device here does come in a lot of very cool looking colors as well as textures. Mine, unfortunately, or maybe not so unfortunately, is just plain old black. I do like this black very much because it's again matte at the back, no fingerprints, and matte black is one of my favorite colors. But if you are a bit more adventurous, you want to try out designs that are more out of the norm, you can go and check out the store itself, Redmi store, links down below, to see which color is your kind of vibe. And more importantly, yes, one more point that in case I miss out is that this is IP54 rated, so no, you cannot bring it under water into the swimming pool and take shots inside, but it's definitely good enough for protecting your device against splashes of water like the rain. Other than that, at the front we have a flat display. Now this is also a 120Hz AMOLED display that's good enough for watching videos. It has very slim bezels all around to make it look a bit more modern as well. Another point worth highlighting is that the display itself goes all the way up to 1000 nits, that makes it very bright, so it's good enough to use outdoors, and it is protected by Corning Gorilla Glass 5. Last but not least, you must be wondering about the performance. Now, being a more budget phone, a budget 5G phone, this is being powered by the Efficient Dimensity 6080 processor. That's actually very good enough to make your battery last even longer. It comes with 8GB of RAM and 256GB of internal memory, which of course you can actually put in a memory card to expand it even further. Audio-wise, it does come with stereo speakers, and it also has the headphone jack still at the top, so for all you wired earphones users, you will definitely be happy. Before we go, the battery itself is a 5000 mAh unit, and it does support 33W fast charge. So that's what you can expect in terms of the Redmi Note 13 Pro Plus 5G as well as the Redmi Note 13 5G. Again, if you want to find out more information about these devices, or if you want to just purchase them, I'll put in a link down below where you can find out more information about them. If you have any further questions, feel free to also leave a comment or a question down below. I'll try my best to help you out like how I usually do. And again, I do thank you for watching this video all the way till the end. If you feel like liking this video, drop a like, sub to the channel if you want to, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. These guys here are out for sale right now, by the way. Check out the links down below. See y'all. Bye bye.